What is going on, buddy? Welcome back to All Things Film. Today I'm here to talk about some news for The Walking Dead Season 9 because recently a Walking Dead insider had an interview and he was discussing that if we're going to be seeing that feud between Rick and Maggie in Season 9. Because at the end of Season 8, if you remember, after Rick decided to keep Negan alive, they cut to the hilltop and Maggie, Jesus, and Daryl were all sitting in their room. And Maggie was talking about how Rick was wrong keeping Negan alive, and they're gonna bide their time and do something when the time is right. Essentially, that's what she was saying. And if you watched, and I think this has a big thing to do with why Maggie could possibly leave in Season 9. Because if you watch my video from about 2 days ago, Angela King, the new showrunner for Season 9, she had an interview and she was actually discussing the rumors that have been going around all the past 2 months, and she was saying how we'd love to have Lauren Cohan back. So if they want to have Lauren Cohan back, they're obviously gonna leave her story open. They're not gonna kill her because there's no turning back from that. So I think Maggie is set to leave in Season 9, walk off somewhere, and I think this might have a big deal to do with. But let's get down to this. So, the question was, who's gonna be a bigger threat for Rick in Season 9, Maggie and Daryl, or the Whispers that we have not seen yet? And he answered by saying, Rick will face a lot of challenges when we return for Season 9 this fall. As for your question, we saw in Season 8 finale that Maggie, Daryl, and Jesus were very much against Rick's decision to save Negan, and that resentment will continue to cause problems in Season 9. Now, this is kind of where I'm I don't know how I feel about this, because Season 9 is reported to pick up 12 to 18 months after Season 8 finale. Episode 1 is going to be almost 2 years after that finale. And I feel like if there's still going to be problems after a year, even 1 year, even 1 to 2 years, if there's still going to be problems between Rick and Maggie after that time skip, it kind of seems odd, because wouldn't they already solve it? Yeah, I know she said we're going to bide our time, but for two years, that's a long time to bide your time. But I don't know, man. It just kind of feels weird how if they do this time skip, they're it's gonna if they do the time skip and it still have some sort of problem. And in my video yesterday, I talked about how there's 2 time skips now. There's gonna be a reported a huge time skip in the middle of Season 9. So if that's true, I think it would have been better if they didn't do a time skip in the beginning of Season 9 and they waited to do that huge time skip, because that way that feud could kind of make more sense. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think about it. But also, they were talking about how they asked him if Rick or if Daryl is gonna be living in Alexandria, because he seems like he's kind of pissed off at Rick for keeping Negan alive. And this is what he had to say about it. He said neither. And that's all we'll say about that. So yeah. He's saying neither. So, no, I mean, the exact question was, is Daryl going to live in Alexandria, or is he going to move out to the hilltop with Maggie and Jesus? Because he's obviously siding with Maggie and Jesus here. And then the insider answered saying neither, and that's all we're going to say about that. So, neither. So he's not gonna live at the hilltop or Alexandria. So is he gonna live in the kingdom? Because I could definitely see him living in the kingdom, because he kind of made friends with the people of the kingdom. He's best friends with Carol, so it definitely makes sense for him to live with the kingdom. And if he's mad at Rick, I think he would move out to the kingdom to be with Ezekiel. I was about to say Shiva, but Shiva's dead. Sorry. And then also Carol, who is supposed to. There's word that's supposed to be Carol and Daryl, their relationship is gonna be focused on this season, or at least they're gonna address their relationship this season, because that's been absent for the last 2 years. So the word is that we're gonna focus on them this season. So I am excited for that. So it does make sense if Daryl wants to move out to the kingdom. And then Gimple also opened up about the feud between Rick and Maggie, and this is what an interview with TV Line, I believe, and they were asking questions about the potential conflict between the two. And then this is what he had to say. He said, "What Maggie has said to Daryl and Jesus was, the hilltop is going to flourish, and I'm going to lead this place and make it work. But after that, I have a little thing to do on my to-do list, and it has to do with Negan." And then he continues saying, that's the main thing. It wasn't like I want to get Rick or something like that. It's about Negan. Gimple said, make no mistake, no one is no one's getting in front of Maggie to stop her. That's where there is danger and potential conflict. And I love how he said, like, you know, it's not about getting Rick, because that's what a lot of people believe it is, because they really made that last scene with Maggie, Daryl, and Jesus in season 8 finale. They really made that super dramatic, and it really made it seem like they're turning to the dark side, especially with Daryl, because he's coming out like there's literally like there's a darkness and in the room, and he just walks out into the light, and like the whole atmosphere. It just really made it seem like they're turning into bad people, which is not the case. And I think they really messed up there, because that's what a lot of people believe now. And I think they were just trying to make it seem like Maggie's just upset about Negan, but they really did it in a dramatic way, which is probably gonna bite them in the ass, because people are gonna be like, so Maggie hates Rick, but she's not even doing anything or whatever. Because I feel like they're not gonna completely people think there's gonna be like a civil war or something, and I don't think that's gonna be the case. They're just probably gonna talk about it, and they really made that like they over dramatized that in the season 8 finale. So I do understand why he would wanna say you know, it's not about getting Rick, because that's what a lot of people think it is, and there's no way Maggie's gonna kill Rick, because that'll be absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, I also believe this is why Maggie could leave, because if you remember my video from yesterday, I talked about that Angela King interview, and she said that we'd love to have Lauren Cohan back, because she kind of confirmed that she's leaving, but she also said we'd love to have her back. So if they want to have her back, obviously they're not going to kill her. So it makes sense that Maggie would leave, and I don't know where she would go. Because she just had a baby. I don't know if she would take baby Herschel with her. I mean, I assume she would. You know, my best bet is going with Georgie, because Georgie is obviously connected to a bigger world, and she seems very high tech, and Maggie and her kind of had a connection in season 8, so I mean that's my best bet, that she would walk off with Georgie. But I definitely do believe she's gonna walk off, and especially if she's pissed off about Negan, that even makes more sense why she was like, I can't live here, I can't live, you know, close to the guy who killed my husband. I need to leave for a little bit. Again, just seeing that, I don't know how they're gonna play it out on the TV, but just like thinking about that is just so weird, seeing somebody walk off. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Maybe she's not even gonna walk off, maybe she's gonna die, and they're just saying that. I don't know, man. But my best bet is that she's gonna get upset about this whole Negan thing and then walk off with Georgie, because there's no reason why they would introduce Georgie and then not do anything with her this season. She's definitely gonna have a part in this season. There's been no word about her. I mean, I haven't seen any photos of her on set or anything, but I'm sure there's gonna be a thing with her, and then maybe Maggie and Georgie return in season 10 or something if she wants to return. That's my best bet. So let me know what you guys think. If you think Maggie's gonna walk off with Georgie, if you think Maggie's gonna die, if you think Maggie's gonna kill Rick, I don't know what you guys think about this whole situation, and the you know, the feud between Rick and Maggie. Be sure to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. But I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating, and if you do want more videos like this, Walking Dead related, be sure and subscribe to the channel. It's been All Things Film, and until next time, peace.